Nobody loves artichokes, but if you do, that's fine. And this game is all about getting rid of them. So today, I'm going to teach you to play, and then I'm going to give you my thoughts on the game. So let's get started. This game is simple and easy to play. So let me show you how. Okay, so first I'm going to show you guys the setup. So first, separate all the artichoke cards out from the rest of the cards. The artichoke cards should be easy to distinguish as they are blue, and the artichoke takes up the whole card, whereas the other cards have writing on them, and are many different colors. Then deal each player 10 artichokes. 1, 2, 3,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay. Set the rest of the artichoke cards aside, as you will not be needing them. Then shuffle the remaining cards. This will form the garden stack. Place 5 cards face up from the garden stack in a row, in between both players, or if there are more players, in the middle. Have each player draw 5 cards from their personal deck. You are now ready to play the game. Before I teach you the gameplay phases, I'm going to tell you a couple terms that you need to know. This is the garden stack, which is also known as the deck. This is the garden row, which is the 5 face-up cards. This is your personal deck. And this would be your personal discard pile, which would become your deck if you had no deck and you needed to draw cards. You would flip the deck, you would flip your discard pile back over. So cards that you play into your discard pile will go back into your deck, meaning this is a deck building game. And this out here is the compost pile. Any cards that get composted are out of the game for the rest of it. Okay, there are 5 phases to each turn. Phase 1 is to replenish the garden row, which right now we don't need to do because there are 5 cards here. But if there were less than 5 cards here, we would put more cards out until there were 5 cards. Then we would take a card from the garden row. So in this case, I'll just take onion for example. After that is phase 3, which is when you can play any of the cards in your hand, as long as you can fulfill their requirements. So in this case, I would play onion, which goes in the player's discard pile, and then I would compost an artichoke. Once I have no more cards to play, or cannot play any more cards, I discard the rest of my hand, and then phase 5 is I draw a new hand of 5 cards. If, when you're drawing your 5 cards from your deck, and none of them are artichokes, you win the game. This only happens when you are drawing cards for phase 5 at the end of your turn. If you have no artichokes in your hand during somebody else's turn, or in the middle of your turn, that does not count. You only win if you have no artichokes in your hand after having drawn 5 new cards to your hand at the end of phase 5. Some of the things I like about this game. I like that it is simple and easy to play, as there are only 5 phases to each turn, making it very simple. I really like the goal and gameplay too of drawing a specific hand, and the deck building is interesting, that you play into your own discard pile rather than playing into a community discard pile. While there are some cards that go into a community discard pile, that is generally not a huge part of the game, so much as having your own personal discard pile. So that is definitely an interesting thing that I like. And then the artwork is funny. For example, carrot is happy, or peas are together and excited, or onion's mad. They all have their own expressions, and even the artichokes, they have different expressions, like sad, or surprised, or nervous. I don't know what to call that one. Or just content. There's lots of different artwork to this, and I really like that. And so the only thing that I don't like about this is that it has a 4-person maximum. Each person has to have 10 artichokes to start with, as you know. And the game only comes with 40 artichokes. There are 10 here, there are 10 here, and there are 20 left here. Meaning only up to 4 people can play unless you modify the rules. Which wouldn't work very well because if you gave each person less artichokes, then the game would go faster and it'd be easier. So this is a great game overall, and I enjoy playing and always have fun doing so. I do wish to have more player capacity, but it is definitely still a 5-star game overall. That is very fun and is definitely worth buying. Be sure to click on any of these links above or beside me to watch more content like this and other content too. Thank you so much for watching. I will catch you next time.